Imagine walking into a tech store, ready to finally upgrade that aging laptop you've been relying on for years. You've saved up exactly what it cost last month, only to find that overnight, the price tag has drastically jumped. This isn't just standard, slow-moving inflation at work, and it isn't a random corporate decision to squeeze more cash from your pocket. Instead, your personal budget has just become the latest collateral damage in a silent, global tech war. A wild, unprecedented resource rush is happening thousands of miles away inside high-security data centers, where tech giants are engaging in a desperate scramble for computational supremacy. This is the dark, unintended reality of the artificial intelligence boom. Every single time a new AI model drops, every time an image generator renders a prompt, and every time a tech titan promises a smarter future, a massive, invisible vacuum sucks away the world's limited semiconductor supply. This explosive demand is causing the cost of fundamental components like specialized RAM and high-density storage chips to skyrocket at a terrifying pace. The tech industry has been quietly absorbing these massive financial hits behind closed doors for months, trying to maintain a veneer of stability. But we have officially hit the breaking point. The massive wave of price hikes across major tech hardware is here, and it is directly linked to the server farms powering the AI revolution. Your wallet is actively paying the hidden price for the world's new obsession with artificial intelligence. To understand how a digital chatbot can physically shrink your spending power, we have to look directly at the physical architecture of the global tech supply chain. An AI model does not exist in a magical cloud. It lives on thousands of physical servers packed inside massive, high-density data centers. These servers require an astronomical amount of high-bandwidth memory and enterprise-grade solid-state storage to process trillions of data points every single second. As every major corporation on Earth rushes to build their own proprietary AI systems simultaneously, they have effectively created a massive, historic bottleneck in the semiconductor industry. The factories that manufacture silicon wafers, advanced memory modules, and high-capacity flash storage are running at absolute maximum capacity, yet they cannot even come close to satisfying this global frenzy. Because the massive profit margins on enterprise AI hardware are exponentially higher than consumer electronics, memory manufacturers are shifting their entire production priority away from consumer laptops and smartphones. They are focusing almost entirely on the needs of the multi-billion-dollar AI server farms. This massive structural pivot has triggered an intense, desperate scarcity in the consumer hardware market, driving up the baseline manufacturing costs of everyday devices to unprecedented levels. For the past year, major consumer hardware brands tried to play a dangerous game of financial defense. They desperately swallowed the rising costs of raw components, accepting razor-thin profit margins just to avoid scaring away regular shoppers with sudden price spikes. But as the cost of dynamic random access memory and flash storage continued to climb by double-digit percentages quarter after quarter, the corporate balance sheets began to bleed. The limit has finally been reached. When a tech powerhouse like Apple, a company famous for its masterfully stable, year-round supply chain management, is forced to execute a sudden, massive price readjustment across its entire core computing lineup, it sends a loud, undeniable alarm through the global economy. This sudden price correction isn't just a minor blip. It is an official admission that the consumer tech industry can no longer shield the general public from the brutal financial realities of the AI boom. The high-end components that used to easily find their way into a standard consumer laptop are now being hoarded by tech giants to train the next generation of neural networks, transforming baseline computing hardware into a highly contested, premium commodity. The global tech economy is now staring down a structural shift that cannot be solved by simply waiting out the storm. Memory manufacturers have fundamentally reconfigured their assembly lines, prioritizing high-bandwidth memory, HBM, and specialized enterprise chips that fetch 3 to 4 times the profit margin of standard consumer silicon. As a result, the baseline cost of manufacturing any device with a motherboard has permanently increased. Regular buyers are left with a brutal choice. Pay a steep premium for the exact same hardware that was cheaper a year ago, or settle for outdated, underpowered technology that will struggle to keep pace with an increasingly resource-heavy digital ecosystem. The artificial intelligence revolution promised to democratize access to infinite knowledge, but its immediate physical consequence is the steep financial gatekeeping of everyday consumer hardware. The silent tax of the AI boom is officially here, and your wallet is paying the ultimate price.